All right. Well, welcome everyone to our February team call. We are so excited to have you here with us today. And we have something super special that both Stephanie and Leslie have been working very hard on for you all. But before we get to those juicy details, we just have a couple announcements related to Solux and our team and housekeeping things. 2023 has been an amazing year already so far. Our team grew by 43 beautiful human beings, many of who I think are on this call today. I see a lot of new faces. So welcome to our team. Great work, everybody. You are sharing this technology and you are empowering so many people to put their health back in their hands. And I know I speak for Juliana and myself and Steph. We are all just so proud to watch each and every one of you share and do your thing and help the world be a better place through this technology. So great work. That's really exciting, and February hasn't slowed down. So I'm excited to see how far we get in February. But there's a lot of events and things coming up that we just want to make sure you all have on your radar, especially for those of you who are new. The very first thing I want to catch you up on is in March, we have our virtual day of discovery from Solux. And this is going to be a conference, and this kind of came about during the COVID years where we couldn't meet in person, but they still wanted to provide us with education, information, updates. There's always new upgrades to our device during these conferences. So it's something I highly encourage you to attend. If you haven't gotten your ticket for the virtual day of discovery, it's $50. It does come with a 20% off coupon. So you will get that as well to use on items in the back office, things like the Cephi dots or the red light illuminator wand or the Cybin jewelry. So it's a great time to stock up, especially if you like to give gifts away or if you're doing events and you want to sell things or share things at events. It's a wonderful way to, and if you're new here, we all love our Cephi dots. So I plan on stocking up. But the dates for that virtual day discovery are March 9th through 15th. So it's going to be pre-recorded and you will have that whole week to watch the several videos that they have made for us. I can say, I know I heard from a very close source to Lauren that there is going to be a big announcement, one that I think those of us who've been with the company and using our scanner for a while are super excited about. I'm not going to tell you anymore, but you will find out soon enough. A big upgrade is coming to your AO scanner on one of the programs, and it's going to be wonderful. So make sure you get your ticket for Day of Discovery. There are also several of us hosting watch parties or get-togethers. So if you're in the Houston or Texas area, I'm having one on March 11th. Juliana, are you doing it that weekend too, the 11th and 12th?
Yes.
Yeah, Julianne is having one in Nashville.
Actually in Alabama.
Oh,
We've got a house rented. So anybody in the Nashville region, reach out to me if you know somebody who would be interested.
yeah, same for Texas. So it's always fun just to get together and meet the people on our team and connect and continue to build that community. We're big on that here on Team Taurus, and it's more fun to enjoy all the surprises and learn together. So be sure to get your ticket if you haven't already. And then the next Solux conference is in-person Day of Discovery, and that's going to be September 15th and 16th in Provo, Utah. I know it's a little ways away, but with everybody being so busy and traveling, just mark your calendar. We're working on looking at houses to get together so we can all stay together, that sort of thing. But last year, Team Taurus had a really great turnout, and it was so fun to come together, spend a long weekend together, continuing to just expand our knowledge around the AO scan technology. And, it's good to be around high vibing people, your team, your tribe. So that one is in September. And then the other thing I want to highlight, the last thing before we jump into this training call today, is the Punta Cana trip. With so many people joining our team, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that Solux is currently offering an incentive trip right now through August 31st. So if you enroll 15 people and they have an active subscription, by August 31st, you can get an all-inclusive, all-expense paid trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Your airfare, your hotel stay, it's a 5-star Hard Rock all-inclusive resort. So food, everything will be covered. And we want you all there. We want to be on the beach with you all celebrating. So I'm sharing this because you'll see why we are doing this training that we're providing today, because we want you all to be there with us. And we feel like this is a great way to get you started. So all you need is 15. And then if you get 20 signups, you get to bring somebody with you, which would be really special too, to meet your partners or your friends or whoever you have in your life to share your success with. Did I miss anything on that, Juliana? No, okay. And then I do want to say, if you enroll somebody in the month of February, or if you signed up in the month of February, you do get the Day of Discovery, March Day of Discovery virtual ticket for free. And so you will get an email with that information from Solex. But also, if you enroll somebody new between now and the end of February, they will get to have access to the March Day of Discovery for free. So lots of incentives and exciting stuff happening with Solex and for our team. So Steph and Leslie, are you ready? I don't know where Steph is.
Okay, yes,
All
we
right,
are so
I'm going to hand it over
excited.
to you guys.
Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome everyone. It is so exciting to see so many new faces here, to have such a great turnout today. I'm assuming that you found out about this because of the email that was sent out, or maybe through our Team Taurus Facebook group. If you're not a part of that Facebook group, please join. That's where a lot of important information and details are shared. I try not to email as much, except maybe like once or twice a month, because I don't want to spam everyone's inboxes. But today we have a really exciting announcement. We are launching a new program that's going to help you to share the AO Scan with others, earn income yourself, grow your team, potentially get your subscription for free, or earn that Punta Cana trip, and also help others at the same time using the Inner Voice program. And I'll dive into a little bit of, well, we're going to dive into a lot of details today. But what I want to do real quick is just tell you why we are doing this. I had sort of this aha moment a couple of weeks ago when I was thinking about the structure of our team, the services that we offer, the resources that we offer, and the type of people that we have on our team. We have everyone from amazing network marketers who are pros at this, who have no problem reaching out and sharing this technology with others and selling it in big and powerful ways. We also have people on this team who are amazing social media pros. They post content all the time. They make videos. They're creative. It is nonstop Facebook, Instagram for them, right? And then we also have people who are practitioners, caregivers, people who love helping others. And sometimes when you're in that category, you're not always the best network marketer, and you're not always the best at social media, right? It's not like you're filling all three of those buckets all the time. Maybe you're in one, maybe you're in a couple of them. There's very few of us who just happen to be in all three, and we look up to them like, good job, you're doing great. But other people, some people need help. And I wanted to come up with a plan to help those individuals create a funnel type system to introduce people to the AO Scan in an easy way, while also giving them more information about how it works without overwhelming them with like frequencies and quantum physics this and bioresonance that, right? So we're going to just start with the Inner Voice. And I was completely inspired by Leslie Zwick. She has a program that she has implemented in her own AO Scan business, and it has worked amazing. And she has seen massive growth on her team, and she is helping so many people. So I would like to introduce to you Leslie Zwick, and she is a member of our team who is, I think, on Hannah's side of the team. We're all just one big family, right? But Leslie, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about what this challenge is and how it's been working for you?
Absolutely. I would love to. Thank you. And I'm really excited that we are taking this as a Team Taurus thing, because when I sort of started with this, it was a baby idea that I could see how it could go bigger. And the more people that we do this with, I'm always all about the more people that play together, the better off we are. Like I'll share ideas, I'll give right, because there is no competition here in my world. The more people we can help get healthy, let's get them healthy. And I really feel very strongly about that. And back a couple of months ago, back in probably end of November, beginning of December, somebody made a comment to me that when you take and you use the tones for the inner voice tones days straight, I heard a variety of different things, and I don't want to make any declarations as to what was said, as to what would happen. But I took this and said, what would happen if I run with this? To do this, to commit to doing it for 21 days straight, what changes am I going to see in my life? So I honestly started with it for myself. I said, I'm going to commit to a 21-day tones challenge, and I'm going to run with this and see what I start to see. But I also had a handful of people that I wanted to see what they could do. And I could already see where this could go. So I whispered quietly to a handful of people that I was working with and said, psst, if I give you tones for 21 days straight, no charge, no nothing, this is just a test run. Will you commit to listening to them for 21 days straight? And will you give me testimonials? And, will you live it out loud on Facebook? Will you share this so that we can, see what else we can draw, and give me some testimonials, and let's play this out and let's see where this goes. And it took off. This was just a handful of people that said, yes, absolutely, I'll do it. Let's go. And we started running. And very quickly, this was mid-December, very quickly I said, okay, originally I had planned to do my full 21 days before I announced it as anything else. I didn't last that long. At the beginning of January, the first week of January, I launched a 21-day tones challenge. People had already been watching me live this out loud, and they started asking me about it. What are these tones? What are these tones? Now, I was not new to living the tones out loud. So you have to understand this. I had already been sort of dripping this for quite a while anyway. But when I became really consistent with it in my own use of it, and I became consistent about talking about it on social media, people started saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? So I announced this 21-day tones challenge. And originally in my head, it was going to be 21 days, whoever, it was going to start on a Monday, it was going to go 21 days straight. Those were going to be my people. And because I really still wanted to do a test of how many people could I handle at one time. And I got in and I started 10 people on that very first Monday. And I charged them. This was not free at this point. This was a charged, come in and charge them, and they were going to get tones, for 21 days. And then 2 people came to me the second day on Tuesday and said, is it too late to join? And so I said, well, I'm a roll with the punches kind of person. And I said, well, for this week it is, because I didn't want these crazy dates. I didn't want 2 people starting where they were going to be going 1 day longer. I said, but wait till next Monday, and I'm going to start another group next Monday. And so I started making it a rolling thing and just continued to talk about it. And every Monday, some Mondays I add in a bunch of people, some Mondays I add in one person, but it's a continuous thing. And it has been incredibly, incredibly, incredibly powerful. I encourage the people that are part of this to put testimonials out there still. I still ask for those testimonials, even if they're not going to put them out there. I ask them to send them to me. What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you noticing? Partially, it helps me guide them, but it also continues to build those testimonials. And this has been incredibly, incredibly powerful. And then Steph and Hannah came to me. I don't remember who came to me first and said, can we copy this idea? And I said, absolutely. Let's do this as a Team Taurus thing. And so, because the more people that are doing this, the more powerful it is. I know that you guys have noticed that it's not just me that's posting about my tones, but I now have a whole bunch of people that are putting things out there about their tones and showing how they're living it out there. And it's growing, and it's gaining interest. I received 2 messages out of the blue from people who had never commented on any of my stuff last night. Can you tell me more about these tones? So it works. It takes some time. It takes some consistency, but doing this 21-day challenge has been really powerful. So I want to show you a little bit, some of the things that I have done to really get this out there. And one of the things that I want to say, I've been building this up. So for those of you who are not big social media people yet, you may not have a ton of people your first week. Even if you are a big social media person, you may not have a big group this first week. But that's what's so cool about the rolling, is as you're doing it and living this out loud and doing your own 21-day tones challenge and talking about it. And if you have kids or a spouse or whatever and have them doing it, the more people in your family you can have doing it, the better it is, and people will start asking questions. So I'm going to share my screen really quickly and show you just a few things that some of the stuff that I've done. Can you see this? So first of all, and my middle daughter did not want her picture taken. They all use it. My whole family uses it. But so this is a picture of me that I used, put up on Facebook one day. I was standing outside, I was getting ready to go for a walk, and I just snapped a picture of listening to my tones. My son sitting there listening to them, my daughter listening to them, right? I put these things on Facebook. I put them in my posts. I put them in my stories. So I don't show that it's just me. Showing your family, especially kids, is a really big deal because a lot of us, our kids need them. I actually got into AOScan because of my son. It started with him. He has some learning challenges, and I heard Jody Bosch, who is my upline. She was talking about how she was using it with her son. And I went, Jody, tell me more about this, right? So sharing that out there, and that's what got me in right away. Like, no questions asked. My oldest here struggles with major anxiety, and the two of them, I mean, all three of my kids, my middle is not pictured, but she also uses them all the time. It's a staple in their lives. And I talk about this. I talk about this on social media. My oldest will go live with me. A couple days ago, 2 days ago, I think, she and I went live the other evening talking about this and what the 21 days did for her, because she participated in it. So that's the first thing. Take pictures constantly. You cannot overpopulate your timeline with this because everybody doesn't see everything that you're doing. Live it out loud. Right. So this was a post that I wrote at the end of my first 21 days. And this is really when I announced the launching of it. I had already been sort of dribbling it, but this was a post that I put up, and this got a lot of response, some on my post, but a lot of private response from people. Because I talked about, what did this do for me? Be transparent with it. People want to hear how this is helping you. They want to see it from your clients. They want to see it from this, but they want to see how it's helping you. You're building the relationship with them, and that's incredibly, incredibly important for them. They want what you have. So tell them how you have it. Also, don't be afraid. I go live. So here I did a whole live, the power of 21 days. You can go back and watch this. Like I said, there's a live that my daughter and I did the other day. I didn't screenshot that, but that's not far down my timeline. You can go see that, where we went live. Out of that, I had several people reach out to me because it wasn't just me talking. Here I have a 16-year-old who is willing to come on and talk using Reels. If you use Reels or TikToks or whatever, talking about them very quickly, very briefly, super duper powerful. But the biggest piece is getting those testimonials and sharing the testimonials. So Francie was part of my original 21 day, the freebies. She was posting it on her timeline, right? I screenshotted that. I grabbed that. Not only did, I shared that to my stories. I've held on to it. I've shared it several times, right? Larry, who has become a preferred customer out of this. And, he did this. He was part of the first round of 21 day tones who paid in. And I gave everybody, he made his own tracking chart, but I gave everybody sort of a basic tracking chart to write down the symptoms of things that they're noticing. And throughout the days to rank where they started, 10 being the worst, 1 being like nothing, 1, 0. And you can see he posted this on his timeline as to where he started in all kinds of places with 10s and how using the tones brought those down. Marsha, who is also on here now and has become a QLA through this, I was using them and gave me a testimonial, right? Ashley talks about it not only for herself, but how her kids ask for them. Putting these things up, asking people, don't be afraid to ask them for their testimonials, asking them to comment on the posts that you're putting up, asking them to send them to you in a text. Incredibly, incredibly powerful. And grab them and use them and put them everywhere, because even if they don't see them on that post, if you throw them up in your stories 3 days later, they're not going to, you'll catch different views. I think that's the last of my slides that I put together. But doing this has so much power. It really, as Steph said, it's a way to bring people in, to introduce them into the tones. And through conversations, I can open up other conversations. I can look quickly at their reports, depending on who the person is. Sometimes I don't look at their reports at all. It doesn't matter. But some of it, depending on who they are, I might quickly look at their report and see some trends and say, can I help with this? Right? It opens up other conversations, which is amazing. It opens up, or if somebody comes to me and says, I'm seeing this over and over and over in my reports. Can you explain this to me? I can explain it to them. A lot of times when they sign up for this, I give them 1 20-minute one-on-one with me to go through their reports. I usually tell them to do it closer to the end of the 21 days so they can see how they feel. But they know they can shoot me a message anytime and ask questions. But it's opened up to running food sensitivity scans for people. It's opened up to running vitals for people. It's opened up to doing other scans for them. And then at the end of the 21 days, it opens up to, okay, what do you want to do next? For $197, you can go on for another 21 days with me. Or for $149, you can become a preferred customer and you can run them all yourself. And you can have all these scans all day long. And that's what Larry did. I showed you Larry's. He loved them. He loves this. And I said to him, he said, what are my next steps? Where exactly his word, I don't want to quit this. What are my next steps? And I said, well, you can sign up for another 21 days. I said, but it makes a lot more sense for you to become a preferred customer and be able to run them yourself all day long. And he does. So it opens that conversation to taking it to that deeper level. So I personally don't usually offer the $149 right away for somebody just coming in. I want them to do the 21 days with me first. If this is their first exposure, if they've been using for a while, it might be a little bit different. But like I have one person who really wants to do the 21 days Tones challenge, and she wants her son and her husband to do it. And she said, Leslie, I can't afford $600 for 21 days. And she was one that I immediately said, well, of course, you're going to become a preferred customer, and you're going to get the software and you're going to run it for all three of you. And great. And she's like, oh, I can do that. Right. So it was that conversation that I had to start with it. But she was not a newbie. She's used the Tones before, and her daughter had actually used the Tones for a little while back, a few months ago with me. So she was not a complete newbie to it. But it's been really, really, really powerful. It's opened a lot of conversations and it's been fun. So I don't know if people have questions, if you want to ask anything about how it's worked, what I've done. Right.
I just want to add, Leslie, that I think, you nailed it. The Inner Voice is a simple way to get people started, but then it opens the doors to sharing with these people all the things that the AO scan can provide. And I think many of us will say it's not an all or nothing thing. In a perfect world, you're using many of the programs on the AO scan, but if you just did your Inner Voice Tones every day for the rest of your life, you would be way better off with your health and wellness than, the majority of people. So this is just genius. And I'm so grateful to you and Steph go ahead, Steph, if you want to chime in, or if there's questions.
There were a couple of questions.
Yeah, so I know that a lot of people are probably thinking, like, how does this work? How are we going to do this? How much are we charging? Where is this held? And we have been working furiously over the last week to figure out all of those details for you. We have so many different documents to share with you, going over the details, and I'll just share my screen right now. I have a list of all these different links that you guys will receive if this is something that you are interested in. And I do want to say too that this isn't something that is required. This is absolutely optional. If this doesn't feel like a good fit for you, then that is totally fine. We're here to help you make your business the best and share the AO scan in the easiest way for you. But we needed to create a system for our team. We needed to create something that was easily duplicated for people, that you could literally jump right in. You have all of the tools and information and resources that you need with our support as your team leaders, a Facebook group to go with it, PDF files to share with people, surveys and trackers and registration forms. Literally all of it is going to be completely done for you if this is something that you want to do. So here's what we are recommending, and this is giving me a hard time here. Okay, this is the details page, I think. Yeah, so this is facilitated by you in collaboration with us. This is a system that we are creating that is going to be hosted in a Facebook group. We're doing this because some of the most successful network marketing companies and teams have programs like this. When I was with Arbonne, we had a 30-day clean eating challenge where people had to purchase our protein powder and our energy drinks in order to be a part of that challenge. And then we provided them with recipes and healthy eating tips for 30 days. This is relatively similar. We're going to be calling it the 21-day Inner Voice Challenge, where you are going to be promoting this. Let's go down here to how do I run this program? There is a registration form for you to fill out just to be a part of this program as a QLA. If you are a preferred customer, you're more than welcome to upgrade and register as a QLA to participate. But because there is that possibility that people are going to want to sign up with you or want to register to get the app themselves, we recommend that you're a QLA in order to do this. We're going to host the Facebook group, which is already set up. Your job is just to enroll people. And we do have some requirements for that enrollment in order to keep it fair for everyone, in order to honor your time and the value that people are going to receive from this 21-day group. We're asking that each person charges $197 for this challenge, which, you know, there's a million different groups and systems and challenges out there. And I can tell you they are charging way more than this. So if that price point is a little scary for you or seems a little off-putting to you, just talk to us, because usually it's just some abundance blocks that you got to work on. And I promise you people are going to see the value in this and want to sign up for it. So it's going to be $197 for that challenge. All of that goes to you, because you are going to be collecting their voice texts every single day, and you are going to be sending them inner voice tones every single day. You're welcome to take off the weekends if you don't want to do it on the weekends. But we are simplifying this process. You're going to invite your people into the Facebook group, and we are going to be sharing details about how inner voice works. What is this doing for you? People are going to be sharing their testimonials in that Facebook group. Everyone's going to be talking about how wonderful and peaceful and calm they feel and all of the miracles that they're experiencing during this process. And it's just going to create this like unbelievable energy and magnetism that people are going to want to learn more about the AO scan. And as the program progresses, we're going to share more information like, did you know these scans are also available? Did you know you can also do this with your AO scan? And by the end of the program, people are going to be saying, hold up, it's going to be way more affordable for me to just have this app and do it myself. And they're going to want to sign up. It financially just makes more sense, right? That's why we have these price points staged this way, so that we can offer them a quality service and then show them how to do it themselves. So let's see. Yes. Pricing, yeah, I guess pricing can definitely be adjusted for Canada, whatever makes sense for you. But as long as it's like the equivalent of $197 and doesn't look like it's less than that in Canadian. Okay, great questions, everyone. Yeah, lots of excitement around this. So I want to show you guys some of the things that we have created for you to make this process ultra simple and easy. This is the Facebook group. And the Facebook group you can join after you fill out the registration form. Okay, we're going to have tons of posts in here. We're just going to make sure that you have registered before you're allowed to enter the group. And then once you enter the group, you can invite all of your participants to join. Some people may not have Facebook. That's okay. There's also email options as well. This is the registration form that we will send out to everyone. We just want to make this fair, and we want to make sure that everyone is on the same page and we're not creating any unnecessary competition among our team. So we're just going to have you guys sign off on this agreement, send us your email, send us your personal sales link, because we're also going to provide you with a PDF tracker. I've created several files in Canva that I'm going to be sharing with everyone. And one of those is a website landing page. Now, you do not have to use this website landing page. I got a creative stroke and I wanted to do this for myself. But this website landing page is available to you and I can customize it with your payment link. So that's one of the things that you do need to figure out is, are you going to set up a payment link through PayPal, Venmo, something like Square Appointments? There's a million different ways to do that, but just make it easy for yourself. And once I have that payment link information from your registration form, I can easily add it to these buttons on this landing page website. This is kind of a cheeky way of getting people interested in it without going into the detail of the science and the physics and the quantum everything about inner voice. It's just, you have a problem, you need more peace in your life, and here's how inner voice can help you. It's the quickest, easiest, chillest way to restore your Zen, right? Make it easy, make it fun. It's going to help you with so many different things, and it's just custom frequency music made just for you to improve mood, boost creativity, sleep better, breathe deeper, de-stress. Sounds amazing, right? Okay, but does it work? Let's find out. Keep scrolling. And we have these amazing results. A group of 10 people who listened to the inner voice music for 21 days reported these results. These are real. An overall improvement in depression, 70.4%. This is legit. This has been tracked and tested, right? We now have the proof, the evidence to show how powerful this is. And I'm going to add even more testimonials here, just a couple of them. And then one program, two options. And you don't have to show both of these options if you don't want to, but you can either do premium where you have one-on-one support in a 21-day Facebook group, or you can do it yourself. Save money, have your whole family join you, your partners, your spouse, your kids, download the app, and it's only $149. And then that's how they sign up with you as a preferred customer or QLA, okay? So which one is for you, right? Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Sign up here. The next challenge starts Monday. In our Facebook group, we are going to consistently be adding new people just on Mondays, okay? So this will be like a rolling program, even though we're marketing it as a 21-day program because people like containers. People like when there's a beginning and an end to something. You're going to be the one in charge of tracking who starts and who ends at what time. You're going to be the one in charge of tracking how many people you can handle. Maybe it's just 3. Maybe you just get started with 1 person and go from there. Maybe you have enough capacity to do 10 people, right? But here's another way that we're going to support you in this. We have sample Facebook posts. If you are a social media novice, let's see, just going through the questions here. If you're a social media novice, we have, this is like literally copy and paste this, put it in your own words, add your own personality. Here's a direct message that you can send to somebody after they respond to your Facebook post or they message you saying that they're interested. Thanks for your interest. This is what it's going to be like. Are you ready to sign up? Here's the link to learn more, whether that goes to your landing page or whether you just continue the conversation and share more about it right there in the chat. Here's a sample email. You do not have to be on social media to share this. If you have an email list, if you have a client list, you can easily promote this program through your email list. And here is a sample you can literally copy and paste. I have also gone into Canva and generated some images that kind of promote this, right? So this is what you will see when you go to this Canva link. Please, for the love, read this first, okay? You're gonna make a copy of this before you do any editing of your own. You're gonna go here, File, And then you're going to click make a copy, and you're going to edit in the copy, not in this main document. All right, I am going to make this a little more fancy, but I just put a ton of images here that you can share on Facebook. Look at how relaxed these people are. You can add text, you can add images. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, it's so fun. Hey, isn't this great? I can do it while I'm on the bus. I'm peaceful. I'm on the beach. So on and so forth, right? You know how this works. I've also generated some Instagram things of just like take time to love yourself. We're kind of considering this our self-love challenge because of February. We're launching it on Monday, February 13th, right before Valentine's Day. And there's just lots of different ways that you can start having the conversation, whether you're online or not. You can put these in emails too, to get things rolling. Okay, let me go check the chat again. Okay. Yeah, so you can still have access to all of these posts. If you're personally in Facebook, but your community is not, and you want to host it somewhere else, like on Telegram, you're more than welcome to still use like these sample posts, but you can also just copy what we're doing in Facebook and put it into Telegram. So here's what I want to do right now. I created a link tree so that you guys can access. What we're going to do first is the registration form. I'm going to put the registration form in the chat right now. And this is where you can sign up. Okay, if this is something that interests you, we would love to have you join us. We just feel that there's like some amazing momentum happening right now around the AO scan, and that this is going to be the place for us to really bring it all together and just see huge growth in our team and introduce so many more people to the AO scan who might not otherwise understand what this is. Because inner voice really is the best way to do that. And that's something that Hannah and I have been talking about for a really long time. Like, how do we just get people on board with this? And it starts with inner voice. Okay. Anything else to add, Julie, Hannah?
No, I just want to make sure people don't shy away if you either aren't on Facebook or you don't love Facebook or Instagram, because as a practitioner, I already plan to take some of the stuff that Steph has created, write up an email and send all my past and current clients this email to let them know that I'm doing a 21-day challenge. And many of them I'm not friends with on Facebook, so they may have Facebook or not, but ideally we'll be able to add them to the Facebook group, but it's okay if you can't. You just want to make sure that you're following up with them one-on-one the first week, the second week, checking in. How are you feeling? Have you noticed any changes? How are you enjoying your music? Those types of questions. It's all in the follow-up, whether you are doing this to eventually distribute the device to them or get them signed up with the AO scan technology or not. Even if you want them to continue to come back to you for inner voice music and be an ongoing client for that service, it's all in the follow-up, right? So Facebook group is there to help you with that follow-up. If you're not on Facebook or they're not, it's going to fall in your lap, but that's the business that we're in. I mean, that's every business. And you guys know that. So
Question. It's Jeanette. Sorry, my camera's not on. Just wondering, Hannah, like you, I'm also a practitioner, and a lot of people I am treating I don't have on Facebook. Would you be willing to share a sample email with me?
Sure. So I'm going to take straight from what Steph created, and I'm going to take one of those images that kind of aligns with my branding and the energy that I want to put out there. But yeah, I usually will go on to Canva if you're not familiar with that. It's a great resource to create things, but sure, I will write your name down.
Yeah, once you fill out the registration form, then you will have access to all of those sample document, all of the copy and paste things that we already created. Yeah, so you can just go in, you can copy and paste it exactly how it is. You can edit it to your liking. You can cut out the Facebook group part of it, however you want to use it.
The other thing that you can do, and depending on the settings with how the Facebook group is set up, and I don't know, Steph, how you set it up exactly, but you can, when somebody signs up and you send them sort of a welcome email, even if you're not really on Facebook a whole lot, or you may not be Facebook friends with them, you can have a link to the Facebook group and say, make sure you join the Facebook group here, because there's going to be all kinds of great information on it. So they can click to join it. And I assume you have it set up that they'll have to be approved, but we'll have a list of names, and it could even be questions when they join, who invited you, and they have to put the practice, they have to put your name down, and then we can, as admins, we can double check, hey, invite this person or whatever it is.
But I don't
because
have
you
to
might
be
have some
friends
people
with
that
them myself, correct?
you don't know. If you send them the link to invite themselves in, they're going to have to be approved. You don't have to invite them, and you don't have to be Facebook friends with them.
Great,
Um,
thank you. That's what I need.
Yep.
Thanks.
So if you're personally not on Facebook as a practitioner, you can still put that in there, because some of your clients may be on Facebook and want that extra support of that group. So I wouldn't necessarily shy away from telling them that it exists. Don't make, I'm big on don't make that decision for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And Taylor, yeah, that's a great idea too. If you want to keep your business life separate from your personal, you can certainly create a Facebook page just for your business. That's a great idea. I don't think, it's really kind of up to you, but like Leslie was saying, you could just share the link with them. You don't have to then become friends with them. The link to the 21-day challenge group, and keep it that way as well.
And I just want to add, you can complicate this whole thing as much as you want, or simplify it as much as you want. Because when we were first hearing about this from Leslie, you've got a simple process, right? Then we come along and we've got 100 creative ideas, and then we're scaling it with all these other things that we're going to give to you guys for free to build it out with your business if you want to take it to these levels on social media or so on. Including, I'm going to do an email funnel if you want all the emails done, so that you can set, let's say they join the 21 days, and then you just want to drip feed them emails every other day or every 3 days. We'll also give you that resource too. It'll be in FitFu. If you've got questions, ask your upline about this. But that's just one more way, so that when you're like, gosh, it'd be nice if this was here, we're like, oh, here you go. Here you go. You don't have to do all these things. The simple process is helping people experience inner voice daily, Monday through Friday for 21 days, and tracking those results. And we created a tracker for you. So it's all kind of done for you, and it'll take some time. So I just want to add, if this first one, you're like, I'm not ready to launch this on Monday, no worries. Grab your mom, your bestie, you guys do it together this first round. And you're in the meantime putting together the pieces so that you have it on your calendar for people to start on the following month, and get your testimonies from this first round on this month. Just wanted to add that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make it as simple and easy as you want. Like I said, just do 3 people to start, get your testimonials. That's a great recommendation. So the best way to request their voice sample, and in the details about the program, I make a note of this. You're going to want to choose one messaging platform that you have on your personal phone. So maybe you have your personal phone and you have the AO scan separate. Again, they have to be next to each other to do the inner voice scan for people. You can have it on an iPad or on your computer and the inner voice, but there has to be 2 different devices so that the AO scan captures the recording from the sound of the other device. The best way to request their voice sample is through a messaging platform. If you want to ask everyone to voice text you, you can do that. If you want to ask everyone to send their voice message on Facebook or on Instagram or on Telegram or on WhatsApp, you pick the platform, but just to keep it simple for you, just choose one platform for everybody. Yes. Yeah, so on the sign up form, if you are already using the registration form and filling that out. We have some people that are like, yes, let's do this right now. For your Venmo or your PayPal, I would input your handle, which is usually your email address, or it's like at whatever your username is. You can also go to your Venmo and copy the link there to your personal account. Whatever is easiest. I will figure out a way to find you on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably use my Practice Better for those of you who have a way that you book your clients through your business. And just create a new service that says 21-day inner voice challenge and copy that link and have it run that way. So you can use whatever system as well that you already have for your practice.
Yeah, great questions, everyone. And feel free to reach out to any of us. You can message us personally on Facebook or put a message in Team Taurus group or send us an email. So yeah, it is free for you as a QLA to participate. We just ask that you charge a minimum of $197 to enroll participants in the 21-day challenge. Yeah, we're doing all this for free. We are literally setting up this whole entire system so that it is like ultra easy for you guys to just dive right in and just do it. Let's just go. Let's do it. I'm so excited about it.
And just checking, Steph, are you charging a small fee or something for the setup on the website thing?
I'm not. No, that normally when I do a marketing website for our team, it costs $125. But for this program, because all I will need to do is edit 2 links, I'm doing it for free. And because I want you guys to be successful. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
So grateful for your skills and talent.
Can I pop in here really quickly? Because I've had a couple of private messages from people with the 197 cost. And I want to throw this out there because I've been playing with this cost for a little while and I've been doing this for a little while. So I want to sort of throw in my input on why we're at the 197. If this is not resonating well with you, having played with it, first of all, knowing the amount of time that it takes to run the tones, right? We are giving an amazing service to people. So remember that our time is worth something, worth a lot. So, and we always have the option for 149 for them to, if that's too high, we can always offer them that 149 to be a preferred customer. And they can always cancel that at the end of the 30 days. They're not locked into that. If they say, well, I just want to try it for the 21 days, great, try it for the 21 days. And if that $50 difference is a deal breaker for them, that's great. They can come on as a preferred customer. But we want to remember that yeah, Jenny said $10, 197 is less than $10 a day. Exactly. Like this is really a steal. The value of what we are giving them and the change that's going to make in their life is so huge. And if that 197 is a hang up for them, sometimes I've said to people, I always give first set of tones for free. So I'll give you 1 set of tones for free. Try them out. See how you feel. You're not, something like, but play with it. Have that conversation with people. See where their hang up is, and maybe this isn't the right thing for them right now, or maybe that 149 is a better option for them to do that piece of it. But I can tell you that $50 difference when somebody wants it done for them is usually not a deal breaker. When we think it's a deal breaker, it's something that's up here, right? That we get nervous about that.
I was just gonna add to that. It's like when we get clear on who we want to support and we call in those people, and we know they're out there. There are plenty of people out there who are ready and willing and able to commit to this 21-day challenge. If you go to this challenge yourself with that mindset that I am going to change somebody's lives, several people, many people's lives through this challenge, and just lead with gratitude and compassion, they will feel that energy and it's going to be a no-brainer for them. So
some of the things that I also have done to get this out there, sometimes people need to try it before they need to test it out. So on my own personal, like I said, I always offer a first test of tones for free, always. But I'm also very clear that you only get one, as people will take advantage. But I have done giveaways where I've talked them up and done giveaways where I say, you know, one person's going to win 5 days worth of tones, right? Like it doesn't cost me anything to do that. And that hooks them in. Several people that I have done that with have then come on and signed up for the 21-day tones challenge. So there are a lot of creative ways as you're living this out loud to start doing this and get people's feet wet with it. They're going to follow, just like everything else. They're going to watch for a little while. They may be skeptical for a little while. They may say no to you in the first time, but no is not always a no. It's usually a not yet. It's I need to learn more about this. But if they say no, and they've been open enough to have the conversation with you, you've piqued their interest. So if you keep talking about it and keep showing the things, you keep showing how it's changing your life, you keep talking about your client testimonials, you keep doing those things, their interest, they're going to find a way to do it if they really want it. And if they don't, that's okay too, right? Like, and that's where we have to become really comfortable with. We have an amazing tool, probably one of the best tools out there that I've ever seen to help people so simply make a huge change in their life. And if they're not ready to do that, I'm here when you're ready. I mean, that's always my answer to people. I'm here when you're ready. You know how to find me. And they do, they come back. Sometimes it takes longer than others, but that's okay, you know, and we just love on them and we just keep sharing and keep sharing. And, you know, the 197 I can promise is right at the right price point. Having been doing this for a while, it's really at a good price point.
Thank you,
That's my 2
Leslie.
cents.
Yeah. And I think we just wrap this up that, you know, this can be whatever opportunity you want to make it for yourself and those you're serving. And at the end of the 21 days, when you're checking in with the people that you've been supporting with the Inner Voice program, you can say, you know, to them, would you like to, are you ready to dive in and have this in your hands for yourself? Or do you want to enroll in the next 21-day program? So make sure you're doing those follow-ups, but you're also, you know, whatever your goal is for yourself in doing this challenge, either you are trying to bring them on board to Team Taurus and empower them to put their health back into their hands with their own AO scan, or do they want to keep going? You can make this whatever you want it and need it to be for yourself and for the world. So
Yeah.
I think, is that it? Did we get to all the
I think that's it.
questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you
thank
so
you all
much
for being here. Great to see everybody. And let's get going. I'm so excited for this. It's
Yeah.
less than a week away. We've got lots of time though to start sharing. If you're not already, get out there and tell your people about it. The 21-day challenge is going to be fun.
Yes, thanks everyone.
So
This
good.
is recorded. Yeah, this is recorded, so you can share it and watch it again.
We'll
All
see
right.
you in the Facebook group.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.